How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Ranked Report. We've got another very cool team this week. This one was built by Lele Briganti. It was used in the IC in April to place, it was like 200 and something in that IC, sorry, the GC, Global Challenge. And it features, if you cannot tell, Pachirisu. Pachirisu famously won the World Championships back in 2014, piloted by Champion Park. And since then has been used by casual players as like a, ooh, look, Sage Park won Worlds with Pachirisu, you can win with your favourites argument. And then anyone who is actually invested in competitive Pokemon knows that that is not true. And that Pachirisu was picked because it has a very specific niche on Sage's team, and you can't just stick it on anything and call it a day. Yeah, I'm not going to say that Pachirisu is the best Pokemon in the format at the moment, but I think it definitely does have uses, largely because it's one of, I believe, 3 Follow Me users in this format. So we've got Mousehold, Indeedee, and Pachirisu. A slightly more niche Follow Me user, but unlike the other two, it provides you with good speed control in Nuzzle, which is super useful, especially into a format at the moment that's very fast. There's a lot of emphasis on a lot of teams on speed control. So if you think of all the really fast threats like Iron Bundle, Fluttermane, Chiyu, Chien-Pao, or even like things like Dragonite, Arcanine, anything with that kind of slightly higher speed doesn't really appreciate being paralysed. So Nuzzle, I think, super strong at the moment. Can't be taunted as well. And then Protect and Super Fang to round out. Protect, very standard. Super Fang, super useful on a support Pokemon like Pachirisu, who otherwise doesn't really have any damage output. It's good to be able to just say, okay, well, I'm just going to take away half your health, and then one of my stronger Pokemon can finish you off. This guy's holding a Citrus Berry. I believe this is pretty much identical in terms of moveset and item to the set that won Worlds. Except this one Contrast Lies, and it's Terra Flying. So Terra Flying obviously gives you an immunity to ground, which is Electric's only weakness. Plus, Pachirisu's Volt Absorb ability means that one of its weaknesses when it's a flying type becomes an immunity, which is kind of handy. So all in all, pretty solid Terra type. And the main partner, I think, well, one of 2 main partners for Pachirisu on this team, I suspect, is Golden Go. This is a lefties Nasty Plot set, which really appreciates that Follow Me support. So you can just go Follow Me Nasty Plot, try and get early game setup. Plus, there's a little bit of extra stingy there because you're Terra Water Golden Go. If someone's trying to fire down an electric move that you're Golden Go, you can redirect it with Pachirisu, which is nice. Yeah, Golden Go is pretty standard. Azumarill's here. We haven't seen Azumarill that much in this format. I think it feels very good on paper. It's one of those Pokemon that just doesn't quite feel as good when you actually play it. But this one is Assault Vest, huge power with Liquidation, Aqua Jet, Play Rough, all very standard. You often see Ice Spinner in that last slot on Azumarill, but with Chien-Pao on the team running Ice Spinner, you don't necessarily need to double up on that coverage. So we've got Terra Blast on this Azu instead, with Terra Grass. Terra Grass is useful because it lets you get around your grass and electric weaknesses. Plus, it lets you ignore Mungus, Spores, Rage Powders, that kind of thing. Grass Terra Blast, I'm not 100% sure what that's for. Maybe I'll figure it out, who knows. I could see it be useful against like bulky water types, but I'm not 100% certain. Maybe like Terra Water, Tinglu or something. But Azumarill is one of 2 Pokemon here with very strong priority moves. Well, no, sorry, never mind. One of 4 Pokemon with very strong priority moves that make use of Chien-Pao's Sword of Ruin ability. The main one being Dragonite with extreme speed. Chien-Pao Dragonite is obviously a very common pairing. This Dragonite, you often see Choice Band Dragonite. This one is Life Orb, which I think is something that's maybe a little underexplored. Dragonite doesn't really like taking 10% of his health every turn because it is quite a bulky Pokemon. It does like having a bit of health. But the Life Orb item here lets you keep up the power of Terra Normal Extreme Speed without kind of the Choice Band compromise of having to be locked into one move. So it gives you the option to go for Tailwind and then start pressing big extreme speeds and also switching between Iron Head and Low Kick. So I think Life Orb Dragonite is a strong Pokemon. I'm interested to see how it does here. Then, like I said, that's next to Chien-Pao. This is dead standard. Focus Sash, Terra Ghost, Haze, Sucker Punch, Ice Spinner, Protect. Haze is good for opposing setup Pokemon. It can remove Intimidates from your Pokemon. If your Azumarill gets intimidated, or your Brute Bonnet gets intimidated, you can just remove that. Or you can clear away like a Dondozo's boost or something like that. It's very standard. And then Brute Bonnet is the last Pokemon here. Again, not something you see very often. This one's interesting as well because you often see Spore Protect 2 attacks, or like Rage Powder Spore 2 attacks. This one is Agave Berry with Spore, Sucker Punch, Seed Bomb, Close Combat. So no Rage Powder, no Protect, just 3 attacks. Close Combat lets it deal with things like opposing Chien-Pao, which is very useful. It can hit... Oh, no, it hits Tingly for the same damage as Seed Bomb, but it gives it a super effective move into Chiyu, for example, which otherwise can't really hit with its stab moves. Plus Terrafire here, very, very good defensive Terra type in Brute Bonnet, because you think of its main weaknesses. It's got a 4 times weakness to Bug, not very common offensive type, but like U-turn pops up every now and then. So it resists Bug, resists Ice, it resists Fire, it resists Fairy, which is super effective on Dark. So very, very strong defensive Terra type there. Yeah, super interesting team. I think, again, the key standout here is Pachirisu, but there are a lot of Pokemon in this team that you don't see very often. So all in all, pretty niche team, but it did very well in a ladder setting. So let's see if I can replicate that. I always say that with these teams, like, oh, it did well in this, that, and the other, and then I do terribly with it. But we will see if this one's any different. Let's jump into some battles. Okay, our first battle of this week is against a very interesting team. Chien-Pao, Garchomp, Farigiraf, Iron Hands, Gyarados, Sizzle. So the two kind of main modes I'm seeing here are going to be the Chien-Pao, Garchomp, Sizzle kind of mode, where you just go very aggressive with physical Pokemon and priority moves. Or there's the obvious Trick Room mode here with Farigiraf, which is also something I need to look out for. I think Brute Bonnet's kind of a nice lead here. The one where he's into like a Chien-Pao Garchomp lead, it gets checkmated a little bit, because if it tears out of its Ice weakness, it's now weak to ground. Terra Water Jolden Joe could be decent here, but the problem is that Iron Hands can be an issue. Yeah, Iron Hands is a real problem for this team, actually. I think Patchy's good for everything apart from Garchomp. Actually, Patchy kind of was Iron Hands as well. Actually, Patchy Redirection looks super nice here. Hold on. What do I lead it next to? Patchy Dragonite lets me set up Tailwind, potentially. It could be interesting. And then I think I do bring Brute Bonnet, in case they go for Trick Room. And I bring my own Chien-Pao. Gives me an extra threat next to Dragonite once I get Tailwind up if they don't lead Farigiraf, I guess. What with this team, I've got like a bunch of moves that are super effective on Psychic, but they are Shadow Ball, which doesn't affect Farigiraf, Sucker Punch, which Armatail blocks, and then another Sucker Punch, which Armatail blocks. Yeah, they go hand to Farigiraf. Okay. What is the play here? So I have a couple of options. I could go Super Fang into Iron Hands just to get some damage down. The other option I have is to nuzzle the Farigiraf and Iron Head it, and just see if I can stop a second Tailwind. Trick Room, sorry. I'll take out Dragonite, I'm inner focus, so I do not care. I will nuzzle. I can't E-Speed here, which is a little bit annoying, but smack. Good chance for Power Flinch, potentially. Yep, okay. What is low kick space power into Farigiraf? That is my question. Let's grab my calculator. Farigiraf. Low kick. Is it stronger than... It is 100 base power, so it's slightly stronger than Iron Head. It might kill. I'm gonna Super Fang the hands here. I'm gonna Super Fang hands and just go for a low kick into Farigiraf. Smack. I think low kick takes up based on how much damage the Iron Head did. It didn't. Okay, that's very bad. I misplayed that. Unless I get a flinch here. Oh, sorry, unless I get a full power here, in which case I played this perfectly. Okay. That's a lot of damage to take from a neutral Drain Punch. Maybe you get the TR up. Okay. It gets a bit dicey now. I don't think Protect here, and then like... Can I switch my Brute Bonnet? How slow is Brute Bonnet on this team? That's a lot of speed investment. That is max speed Brute Bonnet. I guess that's for the Tailwind. I should have doubled the Giraffe in that case. Yeah, I put myself in a really bad position. I don't know how to go Terra here, Nuzzle the Giraffe, and then just switch into Bonnet. Nuzzle should take out Giraffe from this range, and Terra just means that Iron Hands can't really touch my... can't touch my Patchy. Yeah, Iron Hands is super tricky for this team. Oh, Patchy takes that pretty well, actually. Oh, God. Ah, Follow Me would have been so good there. Nuzzle. Okay, this gets my priority move online at the very least. Now I just want to start sporing things. Right. There is, unironically, a very reasonable chance that my Brute Bonnet is faster than this Gyarados, and so under Trick Room I will underspeed it. How fast is my Patchy? Patchy is... So let me just double check, that was 3 turns left, yeah. Alright, Patchy is 155 speed, 109 speed, why is that almost the same speed as my Dragonite? Okay, I think I just kind of have, like, I'd love to keep Patchy alive here to deal with the Gyarados, but I think I just have to go for Spore here. And probably run slower. Oh, why would they Wild Charge there? Oh, they forgot I had Volt Absorb. Or just didn't know I had Volt Absorb. I guess Patchy's kind of a niche Pokemon, to be fair. Okay, well that turn worked. Okay, well I can go for Follow Me here. And I guess I'll try and Spore the hands as well. Likely AV rather than Goggles. Gyarados goes out into... Chomp, okay. And they do get Terra Grass. That's not ideal. At least I'm assuming it's Terra Grass. Yeah. Okay, that's fine though, because now I've got Champion on the back. So I've got a super focus move into that and the Garchomp. And Gyarados does not switch in on that well. Drain Punch doesn't do very much, but yeah, the Spore doesn't do very much either. This is the last turn of Trick Room. Let's see. Honestly, I'm kind of fine with Bonnet going down here. I think they target Bonnet and protect the Chomp, right? I can't afford to switch in here, though, is the issue. I'm just going to Super Fan the Iron Hands and Spore the Chomp. Chomp goes out into... Okay, that's a reasonably good play. Although, if this is... Assault Vest Iron Hands, as I suspect, then killing Brute Bonnet will give me a free KO on that slot. Because, yeah, they get the kill here, but no... Oh, well, they Super Fang hits. Then I put that in range of an Ice Spinner, and Garchomp obviously can't switch it on an Ice Spinner. Super Fang, out it comes. Bonk. Very nice. So now I bring in my Champion, and I can Ice Spinner the Iron Hands completely safely. I'll go for a Super Fang to the Gyarados. I'll try some damage down on this, and then I'll spin. Spin. Okay, you are dead. So this means that I get to reset Intimidate on Gyarados, which is nice. Use my Gyarados relatively my Chen-Pao at maximum capacity. See if I misses, but I mean that's not wildly important, I'll be honest with you. Gyarados is sleeping. Sleepy. Yeah, they're just Super Fang again here and Ice Spinner I guess Ice Spinner makes contact with the good point. I'm fine with this. Gyarados stays sleeping. I guess they want to protect there. Oh, it's Scarf Chomp. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's actually very bad. Okay, ooh. If I'd gotten flinched there, I might have lost. Okay. Gyarados. Yeah. I mean, now it's over. It's Citrus. Okay. Nope. Patrice is at -2, right? Yeah. Let's see how much damage this Nuzzle does. Ah. Ooh. And to KO with the Sword of Ruin boosted Nuzzle. Okay, I think I was a little bit saved there by A, no flinch from the Rock Slide on that penultimate turn, and B, my opponent not knowing that Pachirisu has Volt Absorb. Which I guess makes sense, because like, I feel like if you didn't play around the time Pachirisu won Worlds, you don't know what the hell Pachirisu does, which is fair enough. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think that was a good example of Terraflying Pachirisu being super good. It becomes very, very difficult to hit. Well, certainly for specific Pokemon like Iron Hands can't really hit it very hard, unless it's Heavy Slam Iron Hands, in which case it can hit it relatively hard. But okay, we're up against Scovillain. Interesting. I love this guy. Scovillain's got such a cool design. I just wish he were better. Okay, Dragonite Chen-Pao. Tusk is probably Scarf, normally he's next to Murkrow. Scovillain and Screamtail. Murkrow's definitely going to have Sunny Day. That is just not up for debate. How do I get around this? I could try and set my own Tailwind with Dragonite, I think is pretty worthwhile here. Can I actually leave Dragonite Chen-Pao? That feels pretty good. Can I one-shot a Murkrow? I actually don't know what my calc is into Murkrow. What's the rest of the team I bring? Azu's really good into Pow. In fact, Fairy's just kind of a good offensive type here. And if Sun's down, you can Aqua Jet for priority is nice. I don't think Golden Go comes to this one. This is too much threatening it. I like having to Assault Vest switch in for fire moves, and then I guess I bring Bonnet back end. It's a very weird back end. This just doesn't feel like a patchy game, I'll be honest. Like, Great Tusk next to Chen-Pao makes it kind of tricky. Let's do this, see what happens. Could try to leverage Nuzzle with it, but eh. Okay, Dragonite into Murkrow. I get the feeling this KOs. Maybe not. Run. Oh, actually doesn't. Okay. They go Dragonite Scovillain. I kind of like going Tailwind here and switching into Azu. Could also switched in Brute Bonnet and gone for the Turbo Shroom, but I get the feeling there's going to be a 5 heading into that slot, so I kind of don't want to tank it. That's a yellow egg, let's go. Take Dragonite, that's fine. And then probably Flamethrower here. Spicy extract. Oh! That is interesting. Mirror Herb, okay. I kill this if I switch to my Gen Pal. No, I cannot. I can do big damage. I can just E-speed this, right? And then I guess I'll just play rough it as well. Looks like the Terror. They have just turbo boosted my Dragonite here. Yeah, Terror will be fine. Like, they're gonna E-speed my Dragonite, but my Dragonite will hit them first, and then I'll kill their Dragonite. Bonk. That's a lot of damage. That's through multi-scale. Oh, that thing gets... I forget that thing gets Rage Powder. Oh, shit. On the Ice Spin, it's really easy. Okay, I guess bring Gen Power, he's got a Sash. Oh, I can just haze. I just haze away the boosts. Do I need to haze away the boosts? I probably don't. I think I just Ice Spin this thing and then play off to this thing. First 90 liberations. Yeah, I'll go liquidation actually. I could Terra Ghost here. Maybe isn't the worst idea, just to get around an E-speed. Yeah, I like that. I'll do this. And then I will liquidation the Dragonite. Maybe should save my Terra for Bonnet though in back end. Because we've got like there's gonna be any fire types in the back, did they? Only real fire type was let's go with that. Okay, they rage up again, that is fine. No E-speed from my opponent, interestingly. Oh, never mind, they did E-speed. They're just slower than the Scovillain. It kills me, doesn't it? Yeah. Oi. The problem with this team is there are very few protects. I thought I'd got Gen Power there. I could have hazed in hindsight, but it's not good. Yeah, I should have saved my Terra. I can haze here. Doesn't really do much for me is the issue. I'm gonna haze and I guess I'll close combat the Dragonite. I'll try and make a read here. Maybe they protect their Dragonite or something. Read this. Spicy extract Mirror Herb. Interesting. E-speed. I don't think this will kill me. Never mind, it just flattens me. Oh, I guess 10,000 on the field, yeah. It's always going to kill them there. Yeah, I can't win this one. You sucker punch me, what a fool. But yeah, I'm dead. I can haze with the boost here, but Gen Power doesn't improve you once. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know what I meant to do with this. I guess maybe I could have gone for Golden Go. Like, yeah. I was assuming they got Rage Powder, which is kind of on me. Protects, but I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, I mean I can't win this. I'm just gonna forfeit. But Yeah, I guess maybe the better idea there would have been to take out the Squirrel. But could also gone Terra Grass on Azu, or I could have just hazed with Shenpao on the turn that I took the Squirrel out. I think actually would have got me a lot more mileage. Because if I haze that turn, then the next turn, both my ones will live a hit. I can go Ice Spin a Spore. Yeah, that might be more sensible. I just didn't expect them to take out my Azu. I thought they'd try and go after the Chien-Pao. So I just kind of committed to the wrong call. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Seriously, team, I think we got to see how Pachirisu works in Game 1. Game 2 was just... I don't know what my play's meant to be into that matchup. Also, like, there was a bit of a gimmick. Like, Mirror Hub Dragonite is not something you're going to see very often. I just was not prepared for that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you enjoyed, please do leave a like on the video, sub to the channel if you haven't done so already. And go follow me on Twitch as well, link to that is in the description. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.